Ciao Belli, let's go. Today on the menu, some more standard. This is nothing spicy. We all know this is in the meta. At least it's going to be on the meta as long as aetherdrift doesn't come out. But since I'm going to probably bring this deck at the next RCQ, I want to test it some more, and it's still a very cool pattern. We know the deck very well. It's called UV Oculus. The idea is to put big threats as Oculus and the Jijin in yard, and then get it back with helping hand and recognition. And then it's pretty much everything else is to keep the board safe with a counterspell and bouncing effect and sun removal in the form of soul partition, and then the rest is just like to put stuff in the bin. Sideboard usual white blue stuff with some thing against aggro, some negate against mirror and more controlling matchup, temporary lockdown against aggro again, and then Monastery Mentor as a alternative to Oculus and Dijin when against black base removal deck, which still give you a little bit more value. So this is the deck. You guys know it well. Let's bring it on the letter and see if we can do well with it. Okay, UV Oculus. Let's see against who we play. We play against Kowai. Let's see if we are on the play or on the draw. We like to play first. And let's see if this is a keep. I think this is a keep. We have Charter Course to put the Dijin in the bin. We have the Prankster to mill some cards and maybe put like a helping hand on or a recognition to put back our big threats on the board, and we have some interaction in the form of Phantom Interference. So this is a keep. You can even think to play it like that. And so I think we're going to go land, keep Prankster open and the counter, and go from there. We're not going to play Charter Course on turn 2 unless we need the speed. So yeah, this is gruul. Let's see. It could be even important to remove its first threat. So let's stay open. The archive is one turn too late. So there is a pattern super cool. Meticulous Archive turn 1. Put in the bin your threat, and in turn 2 reanimate it already, so it's really good, but a little bit late to the party, my friend. So let's see. Gruul is going to be typical gruul, it's going to be delirium, it's going to be some kind of gruul that we haven't seen yet. Let's see. What do you have for us, Kowei, today? Is it passing? We don't mind that because we have a play, so as usually, so okay, this is not a known game. Let's see what. So green. So gruul. Let's assume it's an aggro deck, and then we'll go from there. So soul partition and the Elf's Might goes in. A couple of temporary lockdown, and we remove the big counter spell because we are not going to need that. Pretty much all of them, maybe also helping hands, and we can bring even a one Kutsil since it can give us a bit of life, or maybe something better, another temporary lockdown. Yeah, I think another temporary lockdown is going to be good. So this is our anti-aggro package, and let's see what if Kowei is going to give us a game this time. Otherwise, I think I will go for another one. Let's go. So now, of course, we are on the draw, and this one as interaction doesn't have our and painful lands, which are not the best against aggro, but with the temporary lockdown, I think it's a keep. And yeah, so this we know that is going to happen, another temporary lockdown. We might want to buy ourselves anyway some turn, so we can even think to bounce it. It's better to take 1 damage than 2. Let's see. We can wait until the end of the turn. So yeah, we're definitely going to bounce it, but we're going to bounce... what are we going to bounce? We're going to bounce, it doesn't matter because we're going to bounce it anyway again. So we're going to bounce, I think, the hero. We really want to minimize damage, since we're going to do a lot of damage to ourselves. So let's opt for some land. No lands, no good. Do we need to draw? I think we give ourselves another turn, and if things go south, we can always draw with Chart a Course. So we have, yeah, so the Meticulous Talent, it's fine. We are going to bounce again. Otherwise, this would be already 4 damage. Yeah, so... And then I think we are going to spend a turn playing Chart a Course anyway, and then temporarily lock down everything. Or we can, since we have 2, we could also temporarily lock down right away, and then temporarily lock down again, and hopefully finish it. So this was perfect. Let's think a little bit. I think we want to temporarily lock down and really try to minimize our damage, since we still have our pain land that hurts us. But maybe it's a bit premature, because we know that he's going to play the Manifold Mouse. On the other hand, if you had something like Monstrous Rage, it would represent so many damage that maybe it's a good idea to do that. So this is always the trick. So another couple of threats which we don't mind to see, since we are going to remove them anyway. And let's see if this is enough to make him concede, because it was so fast to concede the game 1. Maybe it was just in Mana Flood or something like that, but let's see. Now we are a bit empty, but yeah, this is perfect. Now we Chart a Course or opt to get some of our big finisher, and it wasn't that, but I think it's okay. We keep the end, and I think the truth goes in the bin, since we like the creatures and the soul partition. So we have instant removal in the form of the partition, and we have the prankster to hopefully get ourselves going. So yeah, this is not a problem. It's expecting actually, and he can, if he has an untapped land, he might double spell, like playing the Questing Druid adventure side. Yeah, so I think he's digging for land. Yeah, he found it, and then he can decide what to play. Probably the Paw Patch, otherwise he's lost. But maybe I'm wrong. And if he plays the Paw Patch, I think we wanna bounce it, because if we can stick our threats, we are definitely going to win. And so we buy ourselves some time. And that was also good. We are going to play this right away, because yeah, because now the game is pretty much over. I think there is no way for him to recover that, since we're going to put the Oculus. I mean, never. It's maybe it's a bit premature, because this deck is capable of like yeah, but you see the writing on the wall, and you say it's good game. The first game was a no game. The second game was we were lucky to find our 8-piece, and therefore it was a super smooth sail. So it's under 10 minutes. Let's do another one. Let's see if we can win another game, and see maybe a different archetype, how he plays, maybe with a more mid-range deck, or with a tougher aggro. With the bouncing effect and the soul partition, this deck is well prepared to, even on game 1. And if we can stick a threat, is going to be very dangerous. So let's see what Loregalla brings us. We love to play first. Let's see if this is a keep. This is a keep, because it's true that we might lose some value, but we are very close to play, thanks to the founding of the third part, we are very close to play Oculus from our hand. So we would love like a 2-mana spell now, but we take what we get. So we start with the word, doesn't really matter. Let's see. So red-black can be sacrifice. It's easily sacrifice. So this is very, very interesting deck. I like this deck a lot. And since we cannot play the first spell, we go ahead, we read ahead and go to chapter 2, and we start milling. And we don't mind seeing Moment of Truth, which is really good. And we'll see if we want to play or play another Founding of the Third Path next game. So yeah, this is the perfect start for this aggro strategy. It's going to have a lot of cheap removal based on sacrifices. So let's see. Do we want to play it? Yeah, we want to play it, I think. Even if we are playing it at sorcery speed. And in this case, so we get some value even like that, since we can play this survey land and get a little bit more information on the top of our deck. So helping hand is going to be a keep. Because we can still mill with this chapter 2, and maybe we get lucky. And also risking to, if they remove by chance the Oculus or the Dijin, we have a way to return it with the helping hand. So this is good. This I don't know. Okay, this is a card that is useful in a variety of way. We still cannot play so maybe in this case what we do is place our partition for free. And what do we bring on the back? So can he get Delirium next turn? If we bring back this, it's not going to do much because it's going to put the... So I think this is the fear of missing out just for a tempo standpoint. It's going to be 1 more damage, but maybe it doesn't have 4th mana. Let's see. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't need. All right, so this is a very good chain of the event. It's really good. It gets also to Manifest Dread. And we need to put our threats in game quite fast. So hopefully we are going to mill one of our big threats to play with the helping hand, and then we are definitely going to play the Oculus. So yeah, we are going to mill. Okay, no luck in that regard, but Oculus is going to provide us with some value even if it's get removed. So 2, 3. First of all, we are going to eat the land, then we're going to eat the Founding of the Third Path since we don't have way to recur it, and then we're going to counterspell since we're going at the most to play it at sorcery speed, and then I think is Sleight of the other. So this doesn't come often, but also it's important to play at the best, since we are going to play 1 spell for free next turn. And another Oculus is really good. Let's see. Let's hope it is not too late, because now it's going to push a lot of damage, I think, and we're going to be forced to block, I think. And yeah, so this is the kind of removal we are expecting. Final Vengeance is super good. It's in their archetype, and already puts 1, 2, 3, 4. So he gets Delirium, and this is not the best. So we are super close to be done here, I think, in this game 1. Temporary Lockdown looks super juicy in this matchup, but now he is going to have Is it fair to missing out? Yeah, so this is really good. Is it lethal already? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so this is lethal. So we give him the good game and we let him attack. It's only 9. I thought that one creature more was going to attack. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we are still pretty dead because it's going to bring us to 1. I don't think we can put enough blocker, even if it does nothing the next turn, to let us survive, but let's try. So this needs to go on our hand, this go in the graveyard, and this go in the library. But I don't think it's going to be enough. So can we place our partition? Can we afford it? It's not going to be enough, guys, because it's just 1 damage. So this is that. We can we don't have land, so we can put our Oculus. Not even, because it was exiled. Yeah, exiled. So we lose this game. We would have lost also if we could put back the Oculus on it, but yeah. So let's see. Temporary lockdown in. The graveyard 8 in, and we remove a couple of threat, and we need to be a little bit faster. So these and maybe the Esbeth might too, since are going to exile as well. And then we remove the counter, and Sleight of Hands is always the first thing I remove. I don't know if it's the correct, but I like the Chart of Course and I like everything else. I'm just wondering if Styx creature to reanimate, it's a bit low with this deck that has a lot of removal. And so since we put 3 Elder's Might, maybe we can remove one of the Floodmaw and keep the 4 Oculus. So maybe like that. We still need that deck to function, so we cannot remove too many Moment of Truth or Chart of Course. I mean, we could even do that. But this is a bit of luck, I think. Sure, let's try. I don't know if it's correct. Maybe we need the deck to function, so we cannot change it too much. We already removed the Sleight of Hands. But anyway, let's see. Also, the Monastery Mentor could be useful in a matchup like that, since it can put a lot of blocker on the battlefield. And is this a keep? I think it's a keep. We have the removal against the graveyard. We can fill up our graveyard as well. We're going to start at 2, but yeah, seems legit. So we have sometimes to get the white, even if we have one color with the possibility to use Moment of Truth gives us so let's see if he has the fast start that he had before, which I mean the Disturbing Mirth on the Spiteful Mage. So I think I want to cast the Moment of Truth here, just because, yeah, I think I'm going to take the white land to be sure to cast my spell. And at this point, see, next turn I could play still. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to take this. We put in the graveyard into the Floodmaw, and Metaculous Archive goes on back. So we're sure to cast our spell. And if we can mill a big threat, we can also think to play, first of all, Helping Hand. So let's see how it goes. And let's see, we mill. Thank you very much. And yeah, so in this situation, we definitely want to Oculus on turn 3, and this is already pretty good. I mean, it can have removal, but it's going to have a sorcery speed, and we are going to create a little bit of value. So it's not as fast as before, we are a bit faster than before, and let's see if he has a removal for our Oculus. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty smooth. But it looks like it has it. Yeah. So it's still can be the game of everyone. And here I think we dig with the prankster, since we're going to dig one card more than Moment of Truth. Moment of Truth is good when you need to put also like the threat in the bin, but since now we have it, we just want the prankster. So let's see. He's already at 3, so this is going to become interesting really fast. And he has all the removal and all the answer to our board. And at this point we can play it easy because his game is already selected. So helping hand goes back in our hand, and yeah. So I think we play 2 of them. We have 2 Oculus anyway, and we draw the perfect card, which was the white land, to allow us to play both our Oculus. And let's hope this time is going to be enough. So we're going to play the other one to clog the board and then stabilize, and therefore, yeah, thank you. Yeah. He's saying nice because, yeah, 2 Oculus now, it's going to be tough for him to resolve both of them, and we're going to have enough blocker to stabilize, I think, now. So, yeah. So this is pretty much the name of the game. If we can stabilize with our threats on the board, we're going to win. And this is why Oculus, of course, is so strong. So we are going to let him draw. We don't care. And yeah. So this is interesting, since he can even suck the sage for a bit. And I think that we don't let him draw. So what do we sacrifice? We sacrifice a land. A creature, we don't care. It's going to draw anyway. And but now I think we are really in the driving seat, because we have a 2-turn clock, and we're going to put so many threats on the board, and then we can both protect ourselves, both in case of some kind of delirium card, but also getting life and get an extra blocker if needed. I don't think there is anything now that Lord Gala can do to prevent defeat. So it's going to be 1-1, and we're going to see if we can manage to score 2 games in a row. So this, I think, is done. There is no way he can answer to all our... This is a good start, for sure. For sure, this is going to be a good start. So he's going to sacrifice the sage and drawing 2 cards. But I don't think there are 2 cards that can keep him alive, unless there are really 2 vengeance. So this is not going to do it. And he's going to keep this as a blocker. I believe in himself, because why he shouldn't? He doesn't know that we have a Dijin on the bottom, and so the game is already over. We show him, so he will decide if concede or let me attack for the win. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Attack for the game. Yeah, good game, Oppo. Good game. Let's go to game 3, because this is not over. This is a word that is not over yet. I liked, it made me feel safe to have the Cutfield flanker in my hand more than the mentor. Now I'm wondering if I'm a bit light in regards of graveyard strategy, since I have only 2 flankers. Maybe in this metagame it's better to have 4 of them and no mentor, or maybe remove something else and have these at least 4 of them, or put something else like a Ghost Vacuum or a Soul Guide Lantern or something like that. Anyway, so I don't think we change anything. I mean, the negate doesn't really buy it. I mean, it's good to have it, especially on the enchantment, but you can go 1-2 and stay under it. And also, when he plays the vengeance, even if we can protect our cards, it's going to be a tempo loss. So this is a very sad mulligan because we don't have white. We love our temporary lockdown, but it's a mulligan. This one it's better, but we really need to believe that Chart of Course and Moment of Truth can bring us something, because right now our hand doesn't do much. So since we're going to draw a lot of cards, I think we should put one land on the bottom. Hopefully the recognition is going to be enough. He has a lot of removal. So this is what I was saying before. The top start of this deck is archive, threat on the top. Yeah, it's not going to be the case. Put it in the bin and then recommission it on turn 2, like our Oculus on turn 2. It's just great things would happen, but you really need a specific combination of stuff. I think it's a recommission here. I'm not sure, but I think it's a recognition for him. It can be something else, but yeah. I think I was correct. I would have done the same. So Ghost Vacuum is not going to be the best to play against. And I think since there is Ghost Vacuum, there is a more incentive to play Moment of Truth than Chart of Course, because if we discard now, and then we will be able maybe to, on turn 3, in the right combination to, but so here like there was a while that I wasn't playing this game. Yeah, the Oculus become less interesting on game 2 and 3, even if before they let us win, because of Ghost things like Ghost Vacuum and stuff. So let's see if he has the wombo combo. But we are perfectly capable of, and that's why also, yeah. So of course we put the flanker in our hand, since it's a play that we can do. We put a land in the graveyard, doesn't really matter, and this one back in the. And now we just want to put card in the graveyard, in the bin. Are we going to be fast enough to do it? Because we want to get to 6. It's going to be tough to do that. Let's see what we draw. We are definitely not going to discard the Oculus, otherwise it's going to directly in the bin, under the vacuum. So maybe we can try. So this is 5. I think next turn, with the help of the Archive 2, we're going to be able to play the Oculus directly from our hand, which is at least something, and that's what we should try to do. So now we are just going to beat him on tempo. We let him attack. He knows that. He knows that we have that. I really wonder if he was... Maybe we shouldn't have let him attack. I forgot that there is more text. So it triggers. You get to discard and draw. He can even discard that if you want it. I don't think he does. Yeah. But now I think we can play Oculus. We definitely can play Oculus right now, but like 5. Let's see if the moment to play, yeah, if he let us resolve this now, he cannot stop the Oculus. And this I thought it is a bit, it's hard to know. You should count the number of stuff, and you still don't know that I have Oculus in my hand. So yeah, that's the thing. But yeah. So Oculus is going to help us to keep full our graveyard, and let's see. I mean, if he draws the removal, there is nothing we can do. Good for him, but if Oculus leaves a turn, yeah, now it's quite good, because also we have the flanker to And now Charter Course can become a spell that let us draw 2. So let's start attacking with the Oculus. And if we get a land, well. If we don't get a land, yeah, so this is good. And I think now we stay open of Catsil Flanker and the Prankster. Otherwise, the play that we could done, draw other 2 cards with Charter Course. So this founding of the third path become that. Because any threats that goes in the bin is going to become food for the vacuum. So this I don't mind. I think this is correct. Let's see if I play correctly. It's still a close game because if you can find the answer to Oculus, it's going to be a problem. So we keep filling our bin, and this is another good thing. It's not only putting the cards as with the Manifest Dread mechanic, but also put the card in the bin. That it's really good. So he's playing what he can do, and I think here we just play our, and we exile the graveyard to be sure that this doesn't become a problem later. Maybe we could have waited, but I don't mind doing it now. It doesn't have many resources, therefore. So now we attack. And then we play 1 and 2. And if it's not going to be, yeah. So we play this. And we play this. And then we can also play the Prankster as a, so we bring Soul Partition to our hand since we are already 2 helping hands. And since we have, let's invite him to, we try to bring the capsule. Let's see if he let us do it. He might let us do it. If he let us do it, yeah, he knows what's up, but I think it's still good. So we do that. And the lockdown is going to be game over for him. So I think we play, we are not even, we keep the interaction, do we? Yeah, I think we do, because we are at 21. The next card is going to let us win the game. He has everything at 1 or 2, and this shows really the power of this deck. So much resilience. It's both, it can be an aggro deck, it can be a tempo deck, it can be, yeah, I forgot about that. I talked too soon. I always forget that when I found something good on top of my deck. But anyway, this is really, really, really a strong deck. And we could even, I don't know what he can do, but there is not much he can do. So, do we block? We might even block. Yeah, I think we block. Since we have so many more resources than he does. And then at the end of the turn, we're going to put the Ghost Vacuum on, yeah. So now we put the Ghost Vacuum in exile. It's going to do something else, but we don't care. This is the correct play anyway. Also because with 6 mana I could still and this is a good game. Yeah, good game, Oppo. Good game. And he's going to see the right on the wall right now. This is even lethal. We were lucky, but we are going to win anyway. So 2-0. And thank you for watching. There was a bit longer game, a bit longer video for my standard in constructed, but yeah, Oculus, it's a powerhouse. You know the drill. This is a very good deck, and I like to pilot it a lot. It makes me feel comfortable in the current meta. Sorry about that. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Let's say it again. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.